What's up, weirdos? Welcome to part 2 of my horror movie starter pack. If you haven't seen part 1, I'm going to link it in the description below. Once again, we're going to be going by year, so let's get started with the 1996 Wes Craven film and one of my personal favorite horror movies of all time, Scream. So Scream feels special because it's sort of made for horror fans. It plays with the genre and talks about horror movies within the horror movie. It of course has the now very famous Ghostface who goes around stabbing, stabbing, and stabbing. It also has one of the best opening horror movie scenes literally ever made ever. Next on our list, we have the 1999 film, The Blair Witch Project. Now this movie really brought found footage horror films to the mainstream. It's the story of 3 college students that disappear into the woods while making a documentary about a local legend called the Blair Witch. The movie you see is the footage they left behind. This movie is so scary because it feels so real. The actors were given a basic outline of the mythology of the Blair Witch, but no actual script. So all of their lines are improvised and all the occurrences that happen in the film were totally unknown to them before they shot the scenes. This film inspired a lot of found footage films, but will always be my favorite. Now we're going to move on to James Wan, one of my favorite horror kings, and look at his directorial debut, Saw, from 2004. The film features Jigsaw, who traps his victims in a room together and instead of killing them, gets them to kill themselves. The movie uses torture in its storytelling, and though its sequels got a little too torture porn for me, this first movie I think was really influential on a lot of the movies made in the mid-2000s. This movie has a great blend of gross-out horror and psychological horror, which is why I think it belongs on this list. And now we're skipping almost 10 years to 2013 for another James Wan film. I know, get over it. And that is The Conjuring. I remember seeing this in theaters and it got me really reinvested in the genre and excited for horror movies again. The movie and the following film center around the true reports of paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. This film looks at the Perron family and the disturbing supernatural events that took place at their home in Rhode Island in the early 70s. The thing I really love about this movie is that it's sort of a high-budget, beautifully shot movie and also really scary. It doesn't have any of those like sort of B-movie cheesy stuff in it, which is stuff I usually really love, but this movie I was like, oh, like horror movies are getting real now. Horror movies are getting real serious. And the last movie in our horror movie starter packs is Get Out, the 2017 film by Jordan Peele. This film is really important because it blends the horror genre with the social horrors of our current times. It stars Daniel Kaluuya as Chris, who discovers some disturbing secrets about his girlfriend Rose's white family on a weekend meet the parents trip. Get Out has a brilliant script, amazing acting, and is genuinely terrifying in new and exciting ways that I think the horror genre really needed. If you haven't seen it yet, put it on your list. So all you viewers at home may be asking yourselves, Felicia, where is the Stephen King? And like, I know. Don't worry, calm down. He's getting his own very special video for his birthday this month where I'm gonna say my top 5 favorite Stephen King films, so just chill. I hope you all enjoyed my horror movie starter packs, part 1 and 2. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Sunday. And have a nice Scream. Bye!